Alright, how's it going everybody? My name is Infamous Isaac and this is the final of the 3 videos I said I was going to do for Jujutsu Kaisen. Again, I'm going to stick with the theme of no spoilers and we're just going to keep chugging along. This is the final part, which is basically the post Shibuya incident world that we live in, and anything else all the way up until we're caught up. So, no spoilers again. But I'm just going to be giving my thoughts on it. So it's probably going to be a shorter video. But, let's just keep on going. So, the post Shibuya incident arc, like, basically, it's just smaller arcs together. Not like smaller arcs, but more like it's leading up to the next big arc. That's all I'm trying to say. And the world, or more like Japan, actually, is completely changed. Completely changed after what happened in the Shibuya incident. I didn't talk about it, so you guys have no idea what happened. But when we get to it in like the anime, or when if you guys read it in the manga, you'll understand why it's different. Because oh man, like my goodness, the Shibuya incident, like the after effects, these are long lasting effects. Like I said before, how I compared it to Marley and Chimera Ant. The show and the world that they live in, or I guess better the country that they live in, it is not the same. Japan and in 2018 in the manga, it is not the same. Nowhere near the same as what it used to be before the incident happened. Things have changed, characters have changed. Some characters are here, some characters are not here. Some characters are permanently scarred, emotionally and physically. Like, things are different. One thing's for certain, though, is that we gotta keep continuing. So, chugging along. And they're formulating plans, they're moving along, they're formulating plans. Which leads us into the next arc, which is the Tokyo Colony #1 arc. And in between, like, between the end of, like, the Shibuya incident and the beginning of the Tokyo no Colony #1 incident, the build up towards it, honestly, like, just seeing everything between that, it should have been its own arc, honestly, because even though it was scattered and fragmented, it wasn't fragmented enough to not string it along into an arc. Like, you definitely could have called, like, the in between, like, the post Shibuya arc, or at least like a good portion of it could have been the post Shibuya arc, while some other parts could have been strung under some other name for the arc, involving some other characters that weren't like Itadori and all them. You know, I you definitely could have had me believe it that it was the post Shibuya arc, because it was. It literally was. Like, so I wish in the site that I was using, or actually, not even. It's not even a site. It's just the manga in general, the chapter names. I wish that they could have done that, so it would have been easier to follow, like, the arc itself, by name at least. But yeah, like, the in between was not boring whatsoever. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Just seeing the after effects, how it affects the characters that were there in the Shibuya incident, how it affects characters that weren't there, who maybe got there too late, or maybe just heard about it. How it affected Jujutsu High, how it affected the Jujutsu world entirely, how it affected curses, humans, Tokyo in general, Japan in general. Like, the Shibuya incident had big implications. So seeing how different it is, like, a little bit after it, how different the world is after it, is crazy. But yeah, next after that is the Tokyo Colony 1 incident. After the Shibuya stuff, they have plans formulating. They try to get more people, try to recruit some sorcerers and all that. Trying not to spoil it, but yeah, like, that's the very vague of it, the very vague end of it. Like, it's just gathering people for the colony, Tokyo Colony 1 or arc that's coming up. And you know, once we get into Tokyo Colony 1, I'll definitely say that there's two sides. There's Megumi and there's Itadori's side. That's all I'll say about it. I enjoyed Itadori's side way more than what's it called? Than Fushigoro's, because A, Megumi side is or not done still, so sucks, but whatever. And B, Itadori's side to me was just fun. It was definitely a lot funner than Megumi's side, but it did pick up some speed. I won't lie, it did pick up some speed as I got closer and closer to the end of it. Which is, I mean, by the way, it's still not done. I don't want to make it sound like it is done. It's not. The latest chapter is 170, so we're nowhere near done. But yeah, Itadori's side is really good. I really enjoyed it. At first I was like, oh, it's a gimmick, but I was like, oh no, it's more than a gimmick. It's fire. It's dumb. And just like in general, seeing Itadori after the Shibuya incident, it's so crazy. And I want to give my oh, you know what? No, I'm gonna give my MVP. I'm just not gonna give why they're my MVP. The MVP is Maki. 100%. Maki Zenin is the MVP. I'm not gonna say why. I'm not gonna say how. But Maki Zenin is 110% my MVP for the post what's it called? The post Shibuya incident arc, and even after. Like, Maki is the MVP. I can say that without an unwavering resolve. Like, my resolve to say that is pure. Is it like Itadori where it was unanimous? No, it wasn't. But it's good enough to the point where she's MVP, so who cares? Maki was a highlight, such a highlight. I really enjoyed her part in this. It was crazy, actually crazy. And if I had to rank them out of all three things that I read so far, Shibuya number one, of course. Um, Hidden Inventory number two, and then Tokyo Colony number one, and the Shibuya post incident. Actually, no. Since I'm trying to count it as a different arc, Shibuya or the post Shibuya incident arc that followed should definitely be above Hidden Inventory and Calling number one. So it would go Shibuya incident, post Shibuya incident, then Hidden Inventory, then Tokyo Calling number one. Like from ascending or from descending order, number one is the first one. Number four is the last one. Shibuya incident is just too good. Tokyo Colony number one. It's I'm enjoying it, not to the extent that I was Shibuya, but I'm definitely enjoying it. So the hype to see more from the manga is still there. It did not dissipate. So don't worry. And without talking about spoilers, like it's hype. Like it's definitely hype. The only characters I spoiled, are Megumi and Fushigoro, but not in like the sense of like major spoilers, just the fact of mentioning like they're in the arc. Same with Maki. So I apologize for that, but it was definitely a slip of the tongue. But regardless, this arc, if I had to give it my opinion on it so far, I'd say a 7 at its worst, 7.5 at its best. It hasn't what's it called, like impressed me to the point of like Shibuya yet, but am I disappointed? No, not at all. I think it's good at where it is right now. Could it be better? Yeah, but I'm not disappointed. So I can't wait to see what happens next. I want to see where they're going with everything, with what they're telling us in the story so far, how they're gonna handle everything, the characters, who's gonna show up, what are they gonna do with the ones already there, blah 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 blah. Like, oh man, I all I want to say without any context, I can't wait to see Yuta. So fire, I can't wait. But yeah, that was everything in the manga so far. No spoilers to the best of my ability. Trying to talk about it. If you guys watch it, you watch it. If you don't worry about it. But I mean, if you didn't, if you worried about it, you would have watched it. If you didn't, you wouldn't care. So who cares? I even know what I'm trying to say at this point. I guess if you enjoyed it, I'm glad you watched. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. My throat is dying from talking so much, in like in subsequent order. From talking this about hidden inventory all the way till now. My throat is dying. I'm so tired. Once I finish recording this, I'm going to upload the first part in a double upload, and I'm going to bed. Oh man. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you like Maki, like at all, if you just like Maki, like and subscribe. And Green, she's fire. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys are safe. During everything that's going on. Things may seem worse, but there's always hope, always light at the end of the tunnel. So, in spite of that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you had a good time watching. And I'll check y'all out in whatever I choose to talk about next. Peace. The fact that it started raining when I looked up, yo, I'm gonna add this to the end of the video. The fact that it started raining when I looked up, that was so fire. That was actually so dope. Oh man. All right, but yeah, I'll check y'all out.